diving into my video content, I often delve into the futility of seeking revenge against narcissists. Emphasizing the paramount importance of rebuilding oneself and moving forward instead of harboring resentments, I stress the reality that one cannot inflict the same level of pain onto the narcissist as they have inflicted upon you. Winning such battles seems almost unattainable. However, it's crucial to acknowledge that while narcissists may not outwardly express it, certain actions can indeed wound them. Exploring these dynamics further, this piece will shed light on some of these profound impacts. Greetings everyone and welcome back to our program. For those joining us for the first time seeking insights into narcissistic abuse, we invite you to consider subscribing. Throughout our discussions, feel free to pose any questions anonymously. Let's delve straight into the heart of the matter. One of the most potent ways to inflict emotional pain upon a narcissist is by simply ignoring them. Being overlooked is bad for everyone, but for a narcissist who needs your attention, energy, and approval, it's like their life source is cut off. Narcissists hate how this makes them feel. At first, they saw you as a loyal partner who would never leave them, which was a big draw for them. Because of this, ignoring them is very bad for their self-esteem. Because you don't care about them, they have to work even harder to get your attention or find someone else to validate them. They usually use a mix of strategies, none of which they like better. They like it when you are weak and easy to control. Why does ignoring them make things so bad? Even though they don't want to say it, they are shocked and confused by the thought of you cutting ties with them or ignoring them forever. It makes them feel less proud of their big ego. Your freedom from their control is a sign that you have won. You come out on top when you take charge and stop letting their bad impact affect you. Their loss of your backing makes them very upset. Even though it may be in their nature to move on, cutting off all contact with them will definitely make a memory that lasts. And now for another important point, let's talk about the narc injury, which is a big blow to narcissists' self-esteem. This narcissistic injury can happen when you hold the narcissist responsible, set limits, or criticize them, which can cause a lot of emotional pain. It doesn't matter if the feedback is professional and helpful or hurtful and embarrassing. It still hurts. It's the same as poking a hole in their bloated sense of self-importance. It's important to remember that unlike us, narcissists have a very skewed view of reality. This skewed version of truth is their safe place. So, when you question this fake story, they have to face themselves, even if only for a short time. They are hurting from this fight because they hate themselves inside. They strongly deny that they did anything wrong. In an earlier video, I talked about how I hurt the narcissist deliberately by accident. In the same way, other people have talked about how they have purposely or accidentally caused similar injuries. These kinds of things always hurt the narcissist's pride and have a lasting effect. So, survivors who accidentally cause narc injuries are less likely to be manipulated in the future, or at the very least, the narcissist will have to try much longer to manipulate them again. They will carefully think about what they can do before trying to get in touch with you again. Finally, I want to say that rejection causes narcissists a lot of long-term pain. You have power over the narcissist because you chose to end the connection and walk away. Narcissists like to be in charge, so they'd rather end the relationship than let it happen. They carefully set up a new support system so that they can end the relationship on their own terms. If they leave, it will be easy for them to make up a story that makes them look like the victim and get help and sympathy. This makes it easier for them to start a more effective campaign to spread lies about you. As a way to feel better, they might say things like, "I had no choice but to leave, they were dishonest and unfaithful," and more. But when you break up with them, they can't use these tricks to get what they want. They might have a hard time finding someone who can help them like you did. They might look for help somewhere else, but they don't want to rely on it completely. Even though they try to trick you and play the victim, their tricks won't work once you're gone. By cutting them off, you make it harder for them to keep their home or money, which makes their problems even worse. I want to stress again that they never expect or urge you to leave and stay away on your own. These kinds of acts have a lasting effect on them and change their minds deeply. To get a better sense of this relationship, I strongly suggest that you go back and look at point number 2. Now let's talk about the fourth point, move forward. A familiar story comes out of emails, face-to-face meetings, and live chats with many survivors. I had moved on. It made me feel better. I quit dwelling on the past. Things were going well in my life. Still, they always try to pull me back in. The same process happened to me. They feel like they're getting better. Let me send them an arbitrary, "I miss you" message to stop them in their tracks with pain. One of the many things about their behavior that confuses me is that my point of view doesn't match up with what they do. Even though we're giving them very little, they can't stand the thought of us going on. Isn't it strange? Even though we don't offer anything, they can't stand the thought of us going forward. Do you get it? People who are narcissists leave when they want to. You think they won't come back, so they throw me away. But just as we start to feel better, they come back. It seems like they can see a chance to trick you. They understand without thinking about it. It is, in fact, confusing. They need us or don't need us. The reasons behind their timing is still not clear. 3 months later, I was tricked again. Some say they were tricked after only 1 month of growth. It's always hard for me to understand why their timing is always off. But let's forget about my complaints. If you're happy and fulfilled in life without sexual relationships, your growth and healing in love don't matter. They try to get back into your life and stop you from moving forward as you start to heal, get better, and take charge of your life, maybe through support groups or therapy. They don't want you to be happy or successful, so I doubt they know this. Studies show that they are jealous and insecure about everything. Your leaving has a big effect on them and will stay with them forever. Let us sum up. There are a lot of narcissists who won't admit that their acts hurt them because it would hurt their pride. They will try to keep up a front of toughness or indifference. Narcissists may feel bad when you do these things, but they will probably find approval and pleasure somewhere else in their never-ending search for perfection. It happens over and over again. You shouldn't think that any of these actions will magically change a narcissist or make them continuously chase you. While they may think about these things for a short time and feel uneasy, they will eventually move on and stop following. It's going to happen. When dealing with a narcissist, the best thing to do is to step away and focus on your own health and healing. Not because they want to get even, but because they know that some acts can make them feel uncomfortable, and that feeling might last for a long time even if they never tell anyone. They won't be able to keep after you forever. Many of these problems are solved by putting your own needs first and making changes to make your life better. This method works well because it lets you reach several goals with just one move. Narcissists are always afraid of being forgotten, which is the fifth thing that stays with them. To keep their feelings up, narcissists need praise and attention. Even writing this, just thinking about them makes me tired. When people forget about them, it hurts their pride even more. It becomes clear to them that they are not as necessary as they think they are. The world does not spin around them as they believe it does. Realizing this might make them want to take back control. If they feel like someone is slowly pulling away from them, they may act out to get attention. Don't let these people bother you for a long time. I know this for sure because I've seen them go to great lengths. They keep coming back even if you're not aware of it. Some of them stay for a long time. Another thing that hurts a narcissist a lot is when you move on with someone else. This could be put in the category of moving on, but I wanted to make it stand out to show how important it was. You can move on with your life without them, whether you find a new partner or choose to be alone. They hate both situations, but seeing you with someone else is much worse because it makes them feel like we do when we see our friends get together with someone new. They look at their situation the same way we do. They get jealous and start to wonder things like, what makes this new person so special? What's going on here? In this case, a narcissist might try to get back in charge by trying to get your attention off of your new relationship and onto them again. And like us, they think about a lot of the same things we do. They feel self-loathing similar to how we might feel when we see you move on with someone else and find happiness and growth in your life. They have a hard time letting go of this. Now let's jump into the comments and spill some tea. Tell me what you think makes a narcissist really angry. Let's talk about times when you hurt their ego or made them feel selfish, whether you meant to or not. Speaking of spilling the tea, it means to share juicy rumors or secret information, or to dish the dirt. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments, whether they are true or false. Also, don't worry about the swearing now and then. Let your thoughts run wild. I think it's funny, so I don't delete those comments very often. So feel free to say what you want. Also, if you liked the movie,